Hi everyone, I'm Swastik, and today we are going to talk about two topics, conductors and insulators. Conductors are basically those materials which allow electricity to flow through them very easily. These materials are made up of such electrons that can move freely. Electrons can be present in any type of substance, for example, copper, aluminum, gold, etc. So let me give you a very brief example about what conductors are. So have you seen a circuit where the electricity is flowing through the wires, through the bulbs? How is the electricity flowing? It's because of the conductor. The wire itself is a conductor. Why is wire a conductor? Because it allows electrons to pass through them. So have you ever imagined the science behind the conductor? Let me tell you, in a conductor, the outer electrons of the atom, they are loosely bound and they can freely move through the material when an electric charge is applied. So here what I am trying to explain is that when an electron is free to assume that the higher energy state around the atom's nucleus, which is due to the placement in its particular shell, it may be free to break away from the atom and compromise of an electric current through the substance. Now, why does this happen? Because of the ground state atom. If the quantum limitations on an electron deny its freedom, however, that doesn't matter much. The electron is considered to be bound and cannot break away, at least not easily. The constituent of a current, the former scenario, which is typically a conducting material, while the latter is typically insulating material. Why does this happen? Because it does not allow the electrons to flow through them. So we have talked about conductors. Now we'll talk about insulators. So what are insulators? Any material which possesses a high resistivity and low conductivity, which is basically the opposite of conductors, those are known as insulators. Now why? Because their atoms are tightly bound electrons that do not move throughout the material. Because the electrons are static and not freely roaming, a current can easily pass that in that situation. So in addition to protecting loss of current, insulators make an electric current more efficient by concentrating the flow. Why does this happen? Because let me give you a brief example. What is glass? Glass was one of the first materials used in electrical transmission but has largely been replaced in favor of cheaper materials. Glass, and like what example can I give you? Porcelain. Porcelain is also commonly used high voltage transmitter. Why it is used? Because it is an insulator, they have lower resistivity but have higher conductivity, which increases the chance of current not passing through them. So now all of you know that what conductors are and what insulators are. So now let me give you few examples of conductors and insulators. I'm starting with conductors. The main and good examples of good conductors is silver, gold, copper, steel, seawater. These are the examples of the electrical conductors. Now moving on to insulators, we have rubber, glass, oil, diamond, wood, and many more. So that's it for today's lecture. Stay connected with Argesia Education. I'm Swastik and I will help you in high school standard physics. Thank you.